When you hold resistance towards something, the energy of it becomes rigid and forceful. Whenever you do something from a place of resistance, you will not be flowing, you will be forcing. Resistance simply means non acceptance of what is. And the ego is never in the acceptance of what is because it always wants to control everything. It always wants to change everything so that you can feel you have control. So, this non resistance can only come from a place of trust, surrender in a higher consciousness. And that higher consciousness is not separate from you, that is governing you. It is you, it is your higher self. But you can't control that higher self. You have to surrender for that, you have to release your resistance for that. And it is very hard for the ego to release resistance because all it knows is control. Because the very thing, very force that drives the ego because of its conditioning is fear. And when a person is in fear, they want to control others. They want to make sure that everything is going according to a plan. They want to control the external circumstances. But the thing is that the more you start focusing only on the external, you think that the external is governing or creating your reality. The higher consciousness is within you. It is your core nature. So whenever you don't accept what is, you are creating resistance in your life. So what is this what is? It is your presence. Every moment it is telling you something. It is trying to create a communication with you. But we are so in our heads, in our egos, that we are not aligned with it. So for example, you really feel that you don't want to be around certain people because they drain you. But because of certain programs, it can be people pleasing, it can be fear of saying no, you still do that. So this energy in you, which is telling you to not go there and not hang out, you are denying that presence within you, which is guiding you. Your conditioning blinds you from your higher consciousness. It creates a blind spot for you so that the conditioning can take over, the fear can take over and manipulate you. It can be anything that feels forceful, but you do it anyways. Then you afterwards realize that you did the wrong thing because you were not following that presence within you, the being, the quality of beingness. That is your consciousness. And the more you are attuned to it, to the frequency of it, the more it guides you. It is already guiding you, but you are not open to receiving that guidance because of that resistance. You are forcing your way, you are not flowing. You don't have to force your way when you flow. You only have to do that when you control everything. And the more control there is, the more resistance there is. You are unable to accept what is. Another example is that you really feel that you should take your time to come in alignment with yourself and not force yourself to hustle. But your conditioning says you have to hustle all the time. You have to go directionlessly. You have to keep on being productive. But your spirit says, your presence says, no, relax first, come in alignment, then overflow with that energy. But this program of hustling, productivity, being overly productive, overly achieving will come in the way. So you have to simply take some time every day to sit with your energy in its pure form, to connect with your energy and just be for some moments. Throughout the day, you have to take out some time to connect with your own presence, to your own energy, to your own source of being. Because when you are connected to something, then only you are receiving that energy, you are attuning to that frequency. When you are disconnected from that, you can't access that consciousness. All you are connected to is the external. You have no connection to the internal realm, to your consciousness. You're connected to external things, people, places, and you are trying to change them, trying to control them. And that is creating more resistance in your life, and everything feels forceful. But when you go within, just sitting silently, taking a few deep breaths and observing your thoughts and going deeper and deeper within yourself and realizing that I am more than my thoughts. You don't have to think this. These things are realizations and they are like a reminders for you. You are not just a mind. There is a deeper quality, a deeper beingness in you. And the more you spend time to connect with that beingness, that presence in you, and presence can only be found when you are being present. Being present means being fluid, flowing. This art of just being is something that the ego, the mind can't understand, because the mind only understands being productive, hustling. It can't understand alignment. So these things come from your spirit, from your consciousness. So just sit down, relax, take a few deep breaths, take a walk, whatever helps you to just be. It can be different for everyone. It can be dancing for someone, or it can be just sitting silently. We are authentic beings. There is no one method that works for all. Find your alignment. Find what makes you connect to your beingness. That just releases all resistance, all control, and you are able to trust in life more. You are able to trust the universe more. You are able to channel that higher consciousness through this instrument, this ego, more. Then this ego becomes like a vessel for that higher consciousness. Then it works through it. There is no resistance, there is no control. It's fluid, it's a flow. But that can only happen when you are able to accept what is, and when you are being present, when you're connected to that presence within you, you are easily able to flow with that energy. It comes out of you, it pours out of you, because there is no filter trying to stop that energy. The only filter is your ego, is your conditioning of the ego. Once you are beyond that, once you have a transcendental quality in you, then you are able to watch that ego without any judgment, but actually with acceptance. You can love yourself more than. You can flow with everything. You can accept yourself more. You can accept what the universe, this life is offering you. And when that happens, grace happens to you. Peace happens, real peace that comes from within, not from the outside. Then everything on the outside can add on to your happiness. But you no longer go out there and try to change everything, because you realize that I am creating it from within. It's all within. So realize the power of your presence. Connect to your presence. Release resistance and be free. Be a free spirit. Much love to you all.